I'm ready.
Are you playing alone?
Yeah. Hey guys, we out here playing Minecraft. Oh, should I get that loot? Lennox, over.
Are you okay? Dude.
You okay?
And oop.
What is for dinner?
Grubhub.
Yes. We'll see.
We got hot links. We got meatballs.
And who's gonna cook them? Me.
Here.
Actually, I'm fine with cooking.
You know what?
What?
That's what. Like quick perusal. Like they don't have any Chinese in the West Side.
I know. A lot of stuff they had was like,
They got Panda.
it's like Natomas, downtown,
Yeah.
Arden. I know. So our options are limited.
Well, I would think Midtown, downtown, it's not bad. It's close.
But you had a point yesterday when you were like, if they have to go to Doko, then parking's a pain in the butt.
Well,
But other places
I would not
downtown,
order Doko, yeah.
other places downtown, like as long as we're aware of what the parking situation is.
It is Friday at 5 p.m.
We don't want to go downtown.
What's the point of it all?
Okay, I'll cook for us. I'll cook. Okay. Or we can just eat chips.
Panda Express, dude.
I love Panda.
And oop.
Greetings, Internet. Welcome to But I'm Still a Good Person by Vince Nicholas. I'm Vince Nicholas. I'm joined by my sparkling and glowing wifey, Carolyn Nicholas.
Hello.
Hello, honey. Thank you for joining me at our dining room table for our little program here. Okay, so we're going to talk about Reno. Lots of hot takes about Reno. But I wanted to talk about also July 4th first. We went to Kathy and Paul Lewis's. Liz Lemon.
Leave that. Leave it.
And oop.
Liz Fisher, Liz Lemon, your mom brought Chinese chicken salad, correct?
Yes.
It's fantastic. It's her go-to every July 4th?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. It's her. She makes it at gatherings. It's a signature dish of hers.
Yeah. It was a good time. The Chinese chicken, a little cultural appropriation by Liz Lemon.
It's cultural appreciation.
Appreciation, right? Where does the line? When does it go from appropriation to? Maybe it's both. I'm appropriating, but because I appreciate, I appropriate.
And it tastes delicious.
It's excellent. One of the things I've learned, well, just being a part of the Fisher clan, one of the best parts of being an uncle. I'm an uncle, right? To
Yes,
a
to
bunch
some.
of these Fisher kids is interrogating the teenagers about their boyfriends, their girlfriends, dances they go to. Are they Instagram official?
It's so fun.
Yeah, and I don't want to name names, but it's like, have you kissed? Well, I didn't. That question was a bridge too far, but another uncle in the Fisher crew asked that question of a teenager, and I was like, that's a little too much for me. But just ask them about, are you guys together? Are you texting? Or have you put a ring on it yet? I thought it was just a bunch of fun, giving them, and everyone gets a turn, like in the hot chair and the hot seat or whatever. Like
The kid that we were questioning and probing, he was a really good sport. He even passed around a photo of the girl on his phone so we could all see. So
yeah.
I think we were being like silly, but not like we didn't offend. We didn't go too far.
Right,
So he was
right.
participating, and he was. I think we're all having fun with it.
Yeah, super fun, super cute. Uncle Paul Lewis making ribs that he he cooked in the crock pot for 16 hours and then
Yeah.
he finished on the grill. Fall off the bone, fantastic.
Literally
barbecue.
slid off the bone. I picked it up so I could eat the meat off the bone, and then whoop, it like literally slid off. It was
Yeah.
so moist.
Yeah, it was really good. And I don't like to deal with my hands and fingers when I'm dining out. and especially when we're at a home, because then you got to wash your hands like 6 times with all the barbecue sauce. But it was fall off the bone, tender. It was super good. And he made a bunch of hot dogs, and I love hot dogs. So I ate way too many ribs, way too many hot dogs, but much appreciated, Mr. Paul Lewis, your barbecue. Your father, Alan Fisher, wife to Liz Lemon Fisher. A few weeks ago, he started talking about going to Half Dome, climbing Half Dome, and then also skydiving.
Right. My dad is turning 65 this year.
Mm-hmm.
He's been on a kick lately about attaining everything on his bucket list.
Yeah.
So he's being really adventurous.
Yeah.
And he just wants to go out and do everything he hasn't yet accomplished.
Yeah. Well, he has
climbed Half Dome twice, I think.
Right.
But he wants to do it again, and he wants to do like a few other things that he hasn't yet done.
My coworker randomly asked us all, would you rather skydive or would you rather bungee jump? And so we all chit-chatted about the back and forth, which choice we made. But then I thought, dude, bungee jump, I would be down. I'm down, Alan Fisher. So July 4th, when we were all grilling teenage fishers about their love lives, I said, hey, Alan, have you thought about bungee jumping? Because if you are, I'm down. I'm down, Charlie Brown. And he was like, yeah, I have. And so he starts Googling, and we start talking about it. And because skydiving, I'm not going to do. Like, I'm not Tom Cruise.
You're not free falling.
I don't, at this point in my life, I don't want to do that. I don't care. I don't think I would have ever done it in my life. But Half Dome, again, I've been to Yosemite, Yellowstone. Is that the same thing?
No.
Oh, I've been to Yosemite.
Totally different.
I've been to Yosemite, and I've had the opportunity to climb Half Dome, but I was like, nah.
I can barely get you to like go for a walk on the levee by our house.
Yeah.
So a mountain is out of the question.
There's a lot of dirt, honey, and I like to be clean, as you know. But when my coworker Kim brought up bungee jumping, I brought up bungee jumping to Alan Fisher. Sorry, excuse me, Liz Fisher. I'm sorry. But he was into it, and he started Googling, and we started looking for locations nearby. And I said, as long as if it's off a bridge, as long as it's into water, like I will bungee jump.
Yeah, because imagine plunging at a super high velocity straight down into some rocks.
Yeah,
that's really scary.
Or cement, like these bungee jumps at Magic Mountain or various amusement parks into the ground. I don't want that. Even if it's like 9 feet of water, like that's something.
It's an illusion. So you're like, water, I'm safe.
Yeah. So I'm down for that. He said he was down. He Googled it, and we were looking at the statistics. 1 in 500,000 people die via bungee jump.
Do you know the statistic for how many in skydiving?
No, I don't have the exact, but it was like a couple a year, like less than 10.
So is bungee jumping more dangerous or skydiving?
No. Bungee jumping is safer.
Okay.
I haven't done the math, but that's what I'm telling myself in the back of my head.
The day of 4th of July, I agreed. I was like, yeah, I'm down. I'll bungee jump with you guys.
Yeah.
And then literally that night, I had a nightmare about bungee jumping and dying. I might chicken out.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm saying, yes, I'll go.
Yeah. Well, but Luna said she would go.
Oh, right. The age limit is 12 and
12,
over.
Yeah.
And Luna is down.
Lennox is down, but he's a bit too young.
I'll sign a waiver. I'll let Luna go. She's 13.
Yeah. And like skydiving, I would be on the ground cheering, hoping that he doesn't end up as an Alan Fisher pancake, praying. And then Yosemite.
Yellowstone is a different state.
They both start with Y, and they both involve nature, honey. But Yosemite, well, you got to hike a bunch and then get to the Half Dome and then hike some more. So I'm not even involved in that. But bungee jump, I would totally be down.
Right. You don't need to like train or be in any sort of physical shape to bungee jump. Right. There might be a weight limit. Did you guys look into that? Do you remember?
We don't know. But knowing nothing, there's a weight limit. I'm sure they have some sort of saying this rubber band can't handle you.
So there might be a weight limit, but other than that, like, you don't need to be in any sort of physical shape.
Yeah.
Like, you just plunge off of a platform.
Yeah.
But to climb Half Dome, you have to be in good shape.
Exhausting.
Yeah.
So I'm down for the bungee jump. So is Luna, Alan Fisher, and I'm sure we could get some group discount. We could probably get like Auntie K to go and a bunch of people to go. I'm ready.
I'm in, I think.
Let's do it. Okay, the Reno. We did Reno as our family vacation. We left on July 5th, which was a Tuesday. Right away, because of Paul Lewis's barbecue, I ate way too much. Okay. And so I was super insecure about my weight and my figure and my, how I looked. So I thought, I don't want a family picture. I don't want a picture. I don't care about the Instagram likes.
Don't look at me.
Right. I'm hideous. We have a tripod. I was like, but then I thought, for your tan, honey.
Oh,
for your tan to
my
be
glorious tan.
Your glorious tan to be on record. So I was like, okay, well, maybe if I position Lennox correctly in front of my loose skin spare tire, picture wouldn't be so bad. But let's talk about your tan. You got the tan Saturday. Peak tan was Sunday, right?
Literally the day after.
and then like Monday, your face tan was down to 15%.
Yeah, Monday, my face was so white, I had to put makeup on.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking for, like, one of the main reasons I wanted a spray tan is because, Sharky.
Yeah.
One of the reasons I wanted a spray tan while Vince stops our robot vacuum is it makes your face look really nice. Like, your face looks really good with a spray tan. You're glowing. It covers your blemishes. You don't need makeup.
Yeah.
But that literally lasted 36 hours.
Yeah.
And then it was over. And, well, because I noticed also my face was really greasy during the first 24 to 36 hours. And so I wanted to blot it. And when I finally was in the shower, I wanted to wash it.
Yeah.
And so I don't know how I mean, I think that's unavoidable.
Yeah.
You can't not wash your face.
But your body stayed golden brown.
My body did for longer.
Yeah.
But so Monday my body looked good. Tuesday my body looked good. Wednesday. I don't know if we want to jump ahead to when we went to the pool.
Please, yes.
So Wednesday we went to the pool at the Reno Grand Sierra Resort. Mm-hmm. And Lennox was asking me, like, are you going to get in? Are you going to get in? I was like, I don't know. But then we got there, and immediately I was like, screw it. I'm getting in.
Right.
It's not like, it's not worth it. I'd rather get in the pool and have fun with you guys than try to protect my tan, which is already fading.
Right.
And I'm glad I did. It was fun. I'm glad that I got in. And I was like, screw it. Who cares?
Peak tan lasted for 24 hours? 48 hours?
I'd say 36.
36 hours.
I think it still looked good on Monday.
Yeah.
On 4th of July.
So
let's say 48 hours.
So next time, are you going to schedule the tan?
I'm going to do it in winter when there's no swimming.
Okay. I'm
going to go darker.
What?
And I'm going to splurge on their alleged tan extender lotion.
Oh, dear.
I'm giving in to the...
Okay. So if vacation day 1 is on Saturday, would you do that Friday, Thursday? Would you chance it on a Wednesday?
If there's any swimming involved, I don't know. What a hard question, honey.
Right. You'll figure it out. So we have a cat, Frankie Blue Nicholas, and your parents agreed to feed him, to check in on him. But you wanted to clean for your parents.
Right.
Like in anticipation of them feeding Frankie, being here for 15 minutes, maybe, because Frankie loves your parents. His previous owner was an older gal, and so he gravitates to your parents whenever they come over. But while your parents were here, feeding Frankie, caring for Frankie, petting Frankie, you wanted to clean. You cleaned the kitchen. You were cleaning like the frame of the door and the cupboard.
Yeah.
You cleaned the oven.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I wanted it to be nice when my parents were here.
Why don't you ever clean like that for us?
Whatever.
No, you do, honey.
Another thing is that, when you go on vacation
Mhm.
and then coming home to a clean house is so nice.
Right.
So I cleaned.
So you don't feel any of the anxiety of the weight of, I gotta clean.
Yeah.
Or this place is a mess. Yeah.
I started the dishwasher before we left.
Yes.
The kitchen was totally wiped down. The bathroom was wiped down. I vacuumed. I dusted.
Yeah.
So for both my parents and for us.
Yes. One thing you had a concern about was, listen, we drink. We're adults, okay? We're out here. And for whatever reason, well, I know the reason, but I bought two 24-packs of Michelob Ultra. And we had 48 beers in our laundry room.
That's
and
plenty.
it is for us. But they were just sitting in our laundry room, and I thought, well, we want to have these when we get back in anticipation. So I put all 48 beers in the fridge. And you were concerned about Liz or Alan opening the fridge for whatever reason. Like, I'm thirsty or I need a quick snack. I'm going to open the fridge while I'm feeding Frankie. And you were concerned that they were going to open the fridge and be like, what the hell is going on? These alcoholic.
It's like 80% beer, 20% food.
Yeah. Yeah. But I said, we got some meatballs in there and some hot links that I got from Costco. It's not the end of the world. But it's quite the sight.
Well, we're working on denting that right now.
Yeah.
We've taken out quite a few this evening.
I put a bunch in the vegetable crisper drawer.
Yeah.
So it's not like top to bottom beer. And
Good job.
yeah, thank you. Otherwise, it would have been like when you open the refrigerator in the Dr. Dre Nothing But a G Thing video, honey. When it was all 40 ounces. We put our trash out early. Our trash day is on Friday. We put out the trash on Tuesday. Tuesday morning, I put it out. And initially, it's like, oh, our neighbors are going to be like, look at these assholes putting out their trash 4 days early. But then people don't put their trash away sometimes.
Yeah. It takes people like 3 days to bring their cans back in, which drives me crazy.
Yeah.
So I'd rather someone put them out early than leave it out late.
It takes 3 days for them to bring it in. They put it out 2 days early. And it's like, another thing is like people who put their trash in front of their garage door.
Yeah, they're too lazy or whatever to even put it inside, out of sight. That's irksome.
They have too much clutter.
Yeah, it's the clutter.
They're hoarders.
Yes.
Or whatever. It's like, dude, this is unsightly. Get rid of that crap. Your dad actually fed Frankie. He came here to feed Frankie. And he took a picture of our cat. And he included a picture of... Well, should I mention this? Him reading the Bible?
Yeah, I think it's cute because
Okay.
I think Frankie was like, it's like Frankie was reading it too.
He sent us a picture of Frankie on our kitchen counter, but also in the picture was his Bible was open to a verse. And so was he reading the Bible to himself? Was he reading the Bible aloud to Frankie?
And oop.
I'm not sure which passage Alan was reading to Frankie, but I would have gone with John 3:16.
Frankie does need saving.
He does.
He's a bad boy.
He's a bad boy.
And oop.
When we crossed the border from California to Nevada, darling daughter Luna Marie inquired as to the Roe v. Wade status.
Yeah, she said, "Is abortion legal here?"
Yeah. And first of all, we were like, "What the hell are you asking us for?" And second of all, we don't know.
Yeah, I truly don't know.
Yeah, because Nevada is a confusing state because there's a lot of California expats. It's cheap out there, the real estate. So they leave Los Angeles or San Francisco to buy a nice 7-bedroom for $300,000. But at the same time, they have hookers and brothels.
Gambling's legal. Yeah,
Yeah.
we were asking each other, like, is this a more conservative or a more liberal state?
Yeah.
So you got Reno and you got Las Vegas,
Mhm.
which like have more liberal reputations, but then the rest of the state is very like rural,
Yeah.
and so it got me thinking,
Yeah.
and I still haven't Googled it to
Right.
look into it, but I'm curious. I honestly don't know which way the state leans one way or another.
It got us thinking, but not enough motivated enough to actually find out. I would guess since the population centers are Vegas, Reno, and Laughlin, that overall it leans majority Democrat. And the one politician I can think of is Harry Reid.
Who's a Mormon?
Harry, is he really?
Yeah.
A Democrat Mormon?
Yeah.
Wow, I blew my mind. So I would
Is
think.
he dead?
I'm not sure.
He's he's like retired or whatever though. He's
Yeah.
old.
Yeah. He's definitely old. He's definitely retired. Not sure if he's dead. Let me check.
And oop.
I'm not angrily typing. This is good radio.
Sure.
I learned this from Armstrong and Getty and iHeartRadio. Harry Reid died
Oh,
December 28th, 2021.
rip.
So very recent. And then the one thing I remember about him that I remember from Jack Armstrong is his mom worked in a hooker. Not as a hooker, in a brothel.
Was she a madam?
She cleaned. She worked the
Oh.
mop.
Didn't Harry Reid like get injured with a
Yeah.
exercise machine?
Yeah, and he had a black eye that
That's
was
what I remember about him.
unsightly for months, and it was like, sure, an exercise machine.
Uh-huh.
Hooray. Okay. So,
And oop.
bringing up self-care, eyebrows, chest hair, armpits. You dyed your arm hair.
Oh yeah.
You did the spray tan. You shaved your toes. There was a lot of manicuring and manscaping happening. But you didn't shave my back, honey.
We had one area we failed.
Yeah.
I didn't shave your back.
Yeah. And it was an embarrassment at the pool. Okay, I didn't care. And it's not that bad because you just shaved it like a few weeks ago.
Yes.
But I wish you had shaved my back.
Well.
I wish you would. You will right now, right? I wish we had brought things on the list of things I wish we had brought. I wish we brought our squatty potty.
Oh dear.
It's really a member of the family at this point. It's very important
How does anyone poop without elevating their feet?
to our bowels. I actually did the action that you mentioned in our hotel room, and I was like, this feels wrong. It feels foreign.
But something I'm glad in relation to this topic,
Yeah.
we packed a bunch of flushable wipes,
Yeah.
which is vital.
Yeah.
And something I've noticed, we've become dependent as a family on flushable wipes.
Yes.
Lennox went to Utah last month with my parents, and as he was packing his bag, I said, hey, the hotel only has toilet paper, so do you want to take a pack of flushable wipes? And he was like, yeah.
Yeah.
So even our 10-year-old is now dependent on the wet wipe.
Yeah.
Honestly, I am as well.
It's a way of life. Why aren't hotel rooms providing this? They give you a shower cap and some crappy coffee and a lame coffee machine, but why don't they provide?
It's vital.
Yeah.
But we bring our own, and
We had 4 packs of the travel.
yeah, so they were
wipes.
smaller than normal, but
Yeah, it was 18 per pack.
luckily it was enough.
It was barely enough, honey. I was worried at the end.
I know, we almost had to make a trip to Walmart, but
It was which is right across the street,
Yeah.
by the way.
we
at
made it through though.
at GSR. But yeah, let's err on the side of over
Yeah.
caution, abundance, on the flushable wipes next time. I felt sick on the drive, so I can drink coffee like there's no tomorrow, and I can drink an energy drink like a Bang, 300 milligrams of caffeine. I feel I'm unaffected. But if I combine the two, like if I have coffee and even a couple sips of an energy drink, it's bad news. Mm-hmm. And that's what I did. We woke up and we did a lot. I may have illegally dumped some tile.
Say no more.
In a dumpster.
Say no more.
But so I was drinking coffee that morning, and then when we got in the car, headed to Reno, we had a Bang energy drink, and I had a few sips of it. But combining the two, it was not good, and I felt sick. Pretty much the entire drive. No bueno. And I should have known, but I was like, Luna was drinking the Bang, you were drinking, Lennox was drinking the Bang. Maybe we shouldn't say this, but we're all sharing in it. We're all participating, and I had a few sips, and then combine that with coffee. And
being the passenger in a car going on a mountainous drive for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a good combo.
Yeah.
I was a little worried about you, but I figured you'd be fine as soon as we got out of the car.
Yeah. Well, I went through how can I feel less sick? Staring forward at the road, staring to the side as palm trees go by, or just closing my eyes where, oh my God, my wife, I like to keep an eye on the road.
I know, I'm a really good driver.
Yeah.
So close your eyes and be quiet. That's what I say.
But closing my eyes, it sounds fine in theory, but in practice, it's like, where are we going? What's going on?
You don't trust me.
She's gonna take me to the woods to murder me? Is this like the movie Hostel, honey?
That's at the heart of this.
Well, try to close your eyes next time you're my passenger. And
well, I'm paranoid.
Think of all the bad things that could happen. So we got to Reno. We got to Grand Sierra Resort, and we sit down for a meal. And within a few minutes, we were just like, where are the Frankie pics from Liz and or Alan? Like, we want Frankie pics. What's Frankie? What's Frankie doing right now? Does he miss us? That's all we cared about. That's all we thought about.
And fast forward to Tuesday evening when we're in our hotel, Lennox would not stop talking about. He was literally like,
"Oh my gosh,
I miss Frankie. I need Frankie."
Yeah.
He was like whining.
Yeah.
He was inconsolable.
And then he also he went further. When are we gonna get another cat? I want another cat. Let's get another cat. Oh my gosh.
The cat talk was endless.
Endless. But really, we just missed our cat. You in Reno, you wanted to go to a museum or a park.
Yeah.
I did not.
Yeah. You dashed my dreams.
Well, GSR has so much going on.
Does it, though?
And you don't have to leave, theoretically. But I found a river walk. They have a river. I think it's the Truckee River going through Reno. And I was like, well, we can walk this, and there's shopping and food and blah, blah, blah. But in the end, we didn't do anything.
In the end, you decided we were not going to do anything.
Honey, if you really wanted to go to a museum or a park, we could have.
You said we're not doing anything that's available in Sacramento. That includes parks, rivers, museums.
That's true.
Etc.
That's true. I did say that. Well, there are museums in Sacramento. There are parks in Sacramento. But the one thing there isn't in Sacramento is the pool scene at GSR. Like a giant pool with hundreds of people around. That cannot be equated in Sac. But as far as going to a museum, I just think that's...
So you'd rather stay in the room and watch TV?
Yes. Yes, which is what we did. Or do one of the 10 things they have going on. They have movies, they have bowling, which we did.
Which isn't here in Sacramento. We didn't go to the movies. We did go bowling.
And oop.
We stayed at GSR because I didn't want to leave, and they built GSR so you don't have to leave. And I thought it was the right move. It's not like there's Hoover Dam outside of Las Vegas, like a tourist destination. There's nothing like that in Reno.
I would love if there was, okay, I love the TV show Reno 911.
Yeah.
I would love if they had like a TV show tour. Like, this is where this is filmed.
Right.
I don't even know if they filmed anything actually in Reno,
Right.
but just like pretend.
Right. It
I
was
would
probably
love that.
filmed in Vancouver. But like the Capitol in Sacramento. That's something that's unique. You can't get that anywhere.
What's the capital of Nevada? It's not Reno and it's not Las Vegas.
Laughlin.
It's not Laughlin.
And oop.
Carson City.
That's really
Yeah.
okay.
Fascinating.
What a fun fact.
What a hungry news.
Hungry history.
Hungry history. There was an eyelash in our room, like a fake eyelash, on the floor next to the little refrigerator.
So
they give you.
gross.
Very odd.
And it was there when we left.
Yeah.
We didn't touch it.
Yeah.
We were not touching that nasty thing.
Yeah. Well, what do you think it was from? Like a showgirl, or like a girls on their bachelorette parties? They go nuts with the makeup and it's a big to do.
Yeah.
Was
How
it-
did it end up next to the mini fridge?
Yeah.
She was reaching down to get a drink and her eyelash fell.
Why is there only one? Was it, well, back to the brothels. Did it belong to a hooker, honey? Okay, let's talk about the food. We ate a lot. Maybe too much. But at one point, you asked Luna, is she hungry for a pizza? And she said, I'm not hungry, but I'll eat. I thought, that's my life motto.
Yeah.
Luna. We would have breakfast, and then as soon as breakfast was over, like the second breakfast we were done, I'd be like, what's for lunch?
Yes.
Let's do this.
You're not on vacation if you're not asking those questions.
Right. You're off track. You're eating nonstop. I ate nonstop. And we brought like hecka snacks. We brought like chips and pistachios and Kit Kats.
Swiss rolls, Reese's Pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to say, we did great in the snack department for this trip.
Yeah.
We brought all the good stuff.
Yeah. So, and the idea was that we wouldn't spend as much at the restaurants.
Yeah, or just like if we're in the room and someone wants to eat something, you have something yummy right there.
Yeah. You don't have to go to their vending machines. Oh, the vending machine owes you $2, right?
Well, here's where we failed in our snack area. We didn't bring any. We brought a few tiny water bottles.
Some beverages. Yeah, like sparkling water, but actual
We needed
water.
water. We needed water.
Yeah.
And so on the last night, Lennox and I went to the vending machine and I tried to buy a bottle of water. It was $3.
Yeah.
I put my $3 into the machine. It tells me the water is sold out. And it only gave me $1 back when I pushed the coin return button. It only gave me $1. So I'm out $2 and no water.
And I thought, well, I'm going to go to that machine because usually they have like a customer service number, but I forgot. So what happened is that what had happened was I bought 2 medium-sized water bottles for $4 each.
And it still wasn't enough. And you spent $9 buying a couple little water bottles downstairs. Ugh.
Well, Lennox was thirsty for water, and I said, head to the bathroom, bring a cup, and pour some sink water.
You offered sink water and you offered melted ice from the ice machine.
Yeah.
Neither are acceptable, honey.
That's the move, babe.
No.
So I
disgusting.
go. It's hydration. I go to the ice machine and I pour out a bunch of ice into the bucket they give you.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Super funny. You went to the ice machine 2 times.
Yes.
Both times you went wearing nothing but your underwear.
Yeah. And
I cannot believe you did that, but it's so funny.
when in Reno,
You went in your boxers.
Yeah.
Both times. And
Well,
each time when you came back, I was like, did anyone see you?
Well, it is Reno, and there's the giant pool scene. So there's people walking around in their maybe Speedos. Okay, we didn't see any Speedos. But there's people walking around
Scantily clad.
Scantily clad in
Sure.
swim trunks without a shirt. And the ice machine was super close to
Yeah,
our room.
we were right next to it.
Yeah.
Nevertheless,
Yeah.
I thought that was very funny and bold of you.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to go out of my way and trouble myself with putting on shorts
Yeah, it's a lot of effort.
and a shirt. But
Food. We're talking about food.
yes.
We got on a tangent about snacks.
Eyelashes led to the snacks.
Let's talk about the restaurants we went to.
Yes. One moment.
Yes, sir.
Bringing booze to Reno. So initially I was like, well, let's bring a bunch of beer to the hotel room, throw it in the fridge. Actually, they had a decent sized fridge. Like, it wasn't like a regular kitchen sized fridge, but it wasn't like super small dorm fridge. It was a middling fridge. And then they had a wine cooler.
Right. So they're expecting people to bring booze, I
Right.
guess.
Right. So I was like, well, let's bring a bunch of beer to have in the room to save money and just to drink before we head to the pool and pay $7 per beer at the pool. But then I decided against it because I was like, well, like drinking in a hotel room, I'm not 16 years old
Right.
anymore, honey.
And I'm glad, once again, like we had this same, a year ago when we went to San Diego, we had this same process
Yeah.
where we decided not to bring beer because it's a family trip. We have the kids.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad, once again, I'm glad we didn't do that.
It's a lot to think about. It's a lot to manage.
It's not a priority.
It's a lot to concern yourself about, and it's like, in the end, whatever, who cares? But we did have two moments where we did imbibe. One where we stole away about 20 minutes by ourselves. We went to one of the bars. We said, we'll be back to the kids. Left them in the hotel room. We had a glass of wine.
Yeah.
For $12 each.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it was $12 each for a glass of wine, and then the waitress or whatever, cocktail lady, she was like, do you want to keep the tab open or close it out? And I was on the verge of saying close it out because I'm not paying $40+ for a bottle of wine. But you said, keep it open. And I was like, oh,
Okay, because I wanted a second. Okay.
But you didn't get a second.
No, we closed it out
Yeah.
after one glass.
Yeah. Well, it was over $40 for wine. And I drank the wine, and I felt like I was being punched in the face because it was so strong. It was some white wine called Kung Fu Girl. Something like that.
Kung Fu something.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't want this. We're only doing this just to chill, just have
Yeah.
a moment away from the kids. And then we were off to dinner with them after that. But yeah, $24 for 2 glasses of wine. Oh, and I tipped her $1 each. $26, honey. I think
All
that's fine.
That's fine.
She poured a glass of wine.
We were the easiest customers of her day.
Right.
For sure.
Right. Okay. So let's talk about the restaurants. And we stayed strictly in GSR.
Yeah.
We went to Rim, which is their Asian restaurant. First of all, our waiter, Alexander, he was shaky.
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry about my arm. I'm really shaky tonight."
Yeah, so he would place a dish on the table, and his arm would be like back and forth.
Yeah, and I wondered, is this a normal thing? Is this only tonight? Did you do some heavy lifting earlier?
Right.
Or is this like, are you just always like that?
Does he need a protein shake? Does he need some food from
Are you
Rim?
okay?
Yeah, are you okay? Do you lift? I can help you with that. I watch guys without shirts on lift on YouTube. Do you need some links, bro? But he was very skinny. And I thought, does he spill stuff all the time? And shouldn't that be a prerequisite as a waiter? Like, before we hire you, hold this book in your hand. And if it's shaky, like,
That reminds me
we don't need to hire you.
when I went to London
Yeah.
when I was 20,
Yeah.
and I was trying to get a job. I went to a restaurant, and the guy was like, "Okay, pick up these 6 plates," and like,
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
that was like immediately without without turning in an application or anything.
Were you applying to a circus or something? Circus juggler?
You know how like servers have to hold like multiple plates?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I was like, I couldn't do it. I could not do more than 2.
Really?
So he's like, okay, get out.
Wow.
He was really harsh.
Wow.
But that reminds me.
That's funny. Because I was wondering about that. Like, they carry like 3 trays of plates.
Yeah, it's
And then
it's
they
a
got to
skill.
carry like the little fold out.
It's a huge skill.
Yeah.
They're like acrobats. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's people coming and going, and they got to bob and weave, and wow. So you failed that test?
Totally. Immediately.
Did you even try?
Yeah, I tried, but
Did you drop something?
I'd never worked in a restaurant or any sort of anything like that before.
You could
so
tell right
I
away.
picked up 2, and I was like, one in each hand. That was as much as I could do.
Oh, dear. Wow, I wonder that. You need to go to like, is there a waiter school or?
I know. It's
What's the thing that they
a tray?
unspool? Yeah,
Like a tray.
yeah.
But most waiters can, and there's a skill. Like you hold 2, you balance one on your wrist,
Yeah.
and then you could do another one further up your arm.
Yeah.
It's, oh man, difficult.
It's like the circus or you're a magician.
Yeah.
Rim, we got the $17 lobster spring rolls. And
This was our appetizer, which, by the way, I am responsible for ordering. I
Wow.
take full responsibility.
I'm partially responsible for just wanting to order it. But it's essentially like a shrimp spring roll that we often get at Vietnamese restaurants here. And I was like, ooh, lobster, that's going to be fancy. And it was 3 times the price of freaking shrimp spring rolls in Sacramento. Whatever.
They were fine.
They were so underwhelming.
I mean, they were good, but
yeah, for 3 times the cost. It wasn't 3 times the oral, O-R-A-L,
oral pleasure.
not A-U-R-A-L. We're not listening, honey. Honey, how would you say that? Alan Fisher's listening. It's not 3 times the experience of a shrimp spring roll at a Vietnamese restaurant. So,
I had no idea I was eating lobster.
right.
It was totally lost in all the veggies.
Barely different from
Yeah.
shrimp. Huge blunder.
Oh, Andrew.
I got the
Wait, Alexander. I'm sorry.
the shaky guy. I got the bulgogi beef. It was $20. It could have been half the price. It was good, but being double the price of a protein at any Chinese restaurant, any other Chinese restaurant in Reno or Sacramento, no.
You got a wee cup of white rice.
I didn't agree. Yeah, well, there's no rice. There was no rice listed on the menu, so I was like, Alexander, Mr. Shaky, seeing you are shaky, stop shaking for a moment. And what's up with the rice? And he said, oh, well, any protein you get will come with rice. I was like, cool. Bulgogi beef comes. It's a lot of meat, which cool. I admire. But then the cup of rice they give you, it's a tiny, tiny bowl. And so I had to do the move of like, I can't eat a bunch of rice in one forkful of bulgogi beef. I had to distribute it less than. I wanted more rice, and I was like, why don't they give you more rice? Why don't they have rice on the menu as a side for $2 or $6 or whatever? So the bulgogi beef, it was good, but the barely any rice and not having rice on the menu was a huge miss. You got a California roll deluxe, honey.
I got 2 sushi rolls. Yes, One was California Deluxe.
Yeah.
The second was a spider roll. Don't ask me what was in it. I don't know.
don't at me, bro.
And then Luna got 2 California rolls.
Correct.
Not deluxe, just plain.
Right.
And Lennox he wasn't hungry
He was
or
drinking water.
he didn't want anything they had to offer, so he only got water.
Mm-hmm.
But then he begged Luna for 1 piece of her California roll.
Yeah.
And she finally gave him 1 piece.
Yeah.
And then the other thing Lennox ate was, on top of my deluxe California roll, was those little orange balls you see on top of sushi.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what they were, so I Googled it there at the table because he was really curious.
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a really cheap version or cousin to caviar. So it's like you see it on sushi all the time.
Yeah.
So it is like some sort of fish egg thingy. It's just like a little crunchy, minuscule orange ball.
Yeah.
And he ate a forkful of just that by itself. Wasn't a fan. Luna and I both agreed that the sushi was meh.
Yeah.
And our Suki sushi here in West Sacramento is way better.
Yeah.
It was underwhelming. It wasn't very good.
Yeah.
And it was really expensive.
Yeah. The caviar.
The fake caviar.
The fake caviar. The fake orange caviar. I guess it's manufactured. It's not from a fish, right?
Oh, I don't know.
It's manufactured by a chemical company.
Oh, really?
In New Jersey. I don't know the actual truth, honey.
We don't know.
But well, are there like different, like how the Kentucky Derby has like horses who've been bred and cared for, and they're high end horses. The fake orange caviar, are these just like goldfish at your local Petco?
That sounds horrible.
Their eggs.
I don't know. I honestly, they're pretty. They're decorative. I wouldn't be surprised if they're like made out of gelatin or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. But you weren't a fan.
Nah, it was not good.
Yeah, and our total was not $100, but it was $90.
It was $97.
Yeah. And Lennox didn't eat. Lennox didn't order anything.
It was $97. I tipped $20.
Yeah.
So
huge miss, huge, well, rip off, for better or worse. And Alexander,
is Alexander to blame?
get.
Oh, gnat in your face. Did you get it?
No.
And oop.
Okay. The Rim Asian Bistro is the formal name. Big miss. Super overpriced. If you get Alexander, tell him to have some more protein, bro. Have a chicken breast or two. Maybe some carbs. Pasta. Ever hear of it? Yeah. We weren't a fan of almost $100 for middling Asian food. Next one, we went to the Grand Cafe. The Grand Cafe is sort of like their Denny's, or just they have a bunch of different stuff. It's meant to appeal to everyone. Now, first of all, the first time we went, we waited for our food for about a half hour.
Longer, I think.
Yeah.
40 minutes more.
Yeah. And they did the thing, or what had happened is that a couple ladies sat next to us. They got there after us. We were seated first. They got there after us, but then they got their food first.
That was really frustrating.
I hate when that happens.
And we were so hungry.
Yeah.
And we have 2 kids. Like, this was 2 adult women. And it was us, 2 adults, plus 2 kids.
Yeah.
So the kids are hard to entertain. They're getting restless. They're hungry.
There's only so many little coloring activities you can give them, or that Grand Cafe has. But as a waitress, I would have been like, well, they got here first, so let's hold off on what these 2 ladies ordered and get them their the family's food first. I got the fish and chips. I thought the batter slapped. It was really good, really crunchy. The fish on the inside, questionable.
No, really?
Slimy, gooey, fell apart
no.
easily, but the batter was hitting, so I was digging it. But you got a buffalo chicken wrap.
I got a buffalo chicken wrap because I love the buffalo chicken mixed with the ranch.
Yeah.
It was so hot, it burned my tongue.
Yeah.
My tongue was on. I felt like I was on Hot Ones.
Yeah.
Like my tongue was on fire. I was eating the bomb.
Yeah.
So it wasn't very pleasant. And then I got
flavor, not hot temperature, right?
Right. It's very spicy.
Yeah.
And I like spicy, but this was like so hot.
Yeah. I had a bite and I was like, why did they make this that hot? The Grand Cafe is supposed to be like middling.
Yeah.
Appealing to everyone, low key.
I got a side
but it was super spicy, yeah.
I got a side of sweet potato fries, which
Oh, yeah.
were really good. I'm a
Disagree.
Well, you don't like sweet potato fries.
I had
and
one. Luna had one. We were both like,
I like them.
yeah.
So that was good, but my wrap was way too spicy.
Fries should be savory, and sweet potato is sweet. So
They're not super sweet.
you're
They're more savory than sweet.
the, but there is a sweet element.
Well, sweet's in the name.
Yeah.
They're good. I really like them.
Luna and I did not like that.
Luna had a side of fries,
Yeah.
and then Lennox had a hamburger with
A
fries.
burger. Plain burger.
Just ketchup and a patty.
Yeah. Grand Cafe, we also got breakfast pickup where we ordered through my cellular telephone.
Yeah, that was the following day.
Yeah. And we got a bunch of stuff, a bunch of breakfast stuff. And I went down, I picked it up, and I brought it back to the room and we started eating. And the only noteworthy thing is that the pancakes were undercooked or
Oh my gosh.
were uncooked.
They were dough raw.
You would bite into a pancake and it would be like batter.
Oh.
It was disgusting. I was like, what the hell, dude?
And everything was cold by the time we got it.
Yeah. You had one job to cook your pancake through and through. It was terrible. My feeling is the best dining experience was a chain, Johnny Rockets, which we got post pool. And Johnny Rockets, I've never been to one. I always equated them as sort of like 50s diner vibe.
It's got a Mel's Diner
Yeah, Mel's.
vibe to it.
Yeah. And so I never thought much of them. I was like, And there's a couple. Well, there was one in Folsom.
And there was one at Arden Mall. That's not there anymore?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah, the nearest one is Vacaville.
Ah.
But we went there, and so I ordered the original burger. It's the one that started it all, honey. That's what it said in the menu. The original single. I thought it freaking slapped. I was like, this is an excellent burger. Like the bun, the sauce. It had relish and pickles, which I'm not a fan of pickles, but it all worked together. I was like, this is really good. And it befuddles my mind that the best dining experience, the best food in Grand Sierra Resort was from a freaking chain restaurant.
Yeah, this was also the fastest service we had.
Mm-hmm.
So it was the slowest wait, or fastest wait, the best food. We each got a milkshake.
Yeah.
Well, you and I shared a milkshake.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah. We got the peanut butter banana. And it had like pockets of peanut butter and pockets of nanner up in there.
So good.
It was flipping the bomb.
Lennox got peanut butter and Luna got an Oreo
Yeah.
shake. And they were so delicious.
Yeah. They were outstanding. I also got some tots with nacho cheese and bacon. I thought they were good. I'm usually not a fan of tots, but I was like, well, you were paying, honey. And we were off track. I was off track.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll throw in some tots, but I thought those were really good. But all in all, I thought Johnny Rockets was the best.
It was really good.
Yeah.
And the waitress even said, for your wait, I'm going to take 20% off your bill.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a long wait.
We had to wait a little.
Yeah.
The Johnny Rockets space area is very small. Like the kitchen is right there when you walk in. But yeah, we had to wait a little bit, but she said 20% off. Okay, cool. But yeah, in the end, it wasn't that much of a wait. So going back to GSR non-chain, the 2nd Street Cafe Express, which is more like a grab-and-go delicatessen. They got sandwiches ready to go. They got salads.
Yeah, bunch of prepackaged stuff.
Potato chips, right. First of all, they were selling a can of White Claw for $8, which is highway robbery, in my opinion. There's a Walmart across the street, okay? And you can go get a 12-pack of White Claw for $16. We actually saw a few people walking around with bottles of beer. Like, we'd meet them in the elevator. They'd be headed down to the casino area or spa or pool or whatever, and they had bottles of beer.
Well, I wonder if that's allowed in Nevada.
Yeah.
Is that another one of their liberal laws? You can just walk around with an open can of alcohol?
Yeah. Or Nevada, or what's GSR's policy? And so when we saw some guys just walking around with bottles of beer, I was like, can you do that? Are you allowed to do that? But no one stopped them, and they were out here living their best life. And when it comes to $8 for a can of White Claw, it makes economical sense, honey. Grandma Tien moved in favor of drinking beer in your hotel room and then bringing it out into the casino floor. I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that, but they seem to be getting along fine.
I live by the motto, you do what you want until you're told not to do it.
Yes. Yes.
Because Lennox often asks me, like, is this allowed? Is this allowed? Yeah. And I'm like, it's allowed until they tell us no. So that's my creed. Okay.
Yeah. I know if I was working at the casino or at a Walmart, and I have worked at a Walmart, if someone walked in there with a beer, I'd be like, who gives a shit?
Not my problem.
Right. As long as they're like not causing a ruckus or mayhem. I don't give a shit. 2nd Street Cafe Express, as I said earlier. You bought the kids a couple of Nestle ice cream bars for $4.50.
Yes.
And because I'm this kind of person, and I blame my mom, I went to Walmart and added them to my cart. And the same ice cream bar can be had for 26 cents.
Dear.
Imagine the markup, the profit margin, how much they're making. Boggles my mind. But yeah, you spent $9 for 2 ice cream bars.
Worth it.
Right.
My kids were happy, okay?
We're out here. We're on vacation. I got a $16 Baja Cobb salad.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's even more outrageous than the ice cream bars, honey.
It was. And I apologize.
How was your salad?
The chicken breast was like biting into a freaking car tire. Okay, I'm not working at Goodyear, honey. I'm not a Michelin man. But the chicken breast was terrible. And another thing was that there was barely any dressing. So the Baja Cobb salad dressing was decent. It's a little spicy. Okay. But they just give you one little cup. And you would think for $16 for a freaking pre-made salad, they would throw in another cup. Hey, let's go crazy. But it was not good. But at that point, I'd like eaten so much crap. I was like, I need a salad just to kind of set myself, reset to 0. So I ate it, although I did pass on the beans. But the biggest transgression was, this was our last night, which was Tuesday night or Wednesday night?
Wednesday night.
At 10-ish. We had knocked out and we woke up.
Yeah, well, our very last day, Wednesday, we went to the pool in the afternoon. We had an early dinner at Johnny Rockets, as we talked about.
Yeah.
So we got back home, back to our room.
Yeah.
AKA home.
Our home
at like 4 p.m. And we all passed out. We were so tired.
Yeah.
So then we woke up at like 9 or so, and we were hungry.
Yeah.
So you were like, what's for dinner?
Well, we didn't want to leave the hotel room.
Yeah, it was
we didn't
too
want
late.
to do a whole to-deal.
We were all in our jammies. We were in bed.
Jammies, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I ordered pizza from 2nd Street Cafe Express.
As we've discussed.
Yes. And it was $18 for a pepperoni. And then I got a slice of cheese for $5 for Luna. So I went down there to pick it up and I grabbed it and brought it back. Immediately, like 3 pieces were burnt of this freaking pizza. Like, it was like biting into freaking Kingsford charcoal or whatever. It
was nearly inedible.
Yeah.
But we soldiered through. Yeah. We still ate nearly the entire thing.
The thing is, we
were desperate and hungry.
Right. And we were lazy. But the thing is, like, the night before when I got my $16 Baja Cobb salad, I looked at the pizza because they got the pizza on the little, sorry Liz Fisher, on the little spindly thing. Yeah. The display. I was like, that looks really burnt.
Oh no.
I was like, sorry Liz Fisher, but I thought maybe it's a one-off. I hoped for better. I prayed for better. But when I got this large pizza, another thing was that it was really light. Like, we're a Little Caesars family. We get Little Caesars all the time. And when I grab a Little Caesars pizza, it's not hefty, but I can feel they put sauce on there, and there's cheese on there, and there's some topping on there. But when I grabbed this $18 pizza, I was like, this feels really flighty.
Where's the girth?
Right. What am I paying for? It was horrible.
Yeah, and Lennox held up a piece. He's like, this is only bread.
Yeah.
There's like no sauce, no cheese.
It was so bad.
It was so bad.
And for $18, Little Caesars, okay, the prices have gone up, but you can get their regular pizza for $7-8. So this was double the price for like half the pie.
If not more.
It was terrible.
Terrible.
And then the cheese slice that I got for Luna, she didn't eat, and I ate the morning after because, well, I'm all about that dad bod.
Waste not, want not.
Right.
But she said the next day, thank you for eating that, Vince, because I wasn't going to eat that.
Yeah. It was...
We're like, you're
terrible.
welcome. It was horrible.
It was freaking terrible. Let's talk about our activities. We did an escape room. There was an escape room in GSR, and the concept was that we were in a submarine.
A U-boat.
A U-boat. That was gonna sink.
Yeah, before we started it,
yeah.
they were like, sit down and watch this 3-minute video.
Yeah,
and it was like, you are on a U-boat.
Sure.
The Germans have overtaken you.
Nine!
World War II.
Yeah.
And you must escape.
Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah. Okay. Could we just get to the escape room? And then, actually, it was done up like the set. It was done up well because
really
you go
well.
from one room to another room to the next room in this U-boat.
Yeah, they let you into the first room, and it's like you're in a 1942 submarine.
Submarine, yeah.
And each room was like, you go from like the sleeping quarters to the like working quarters to all the pipes,
the engine room,
the engineer room. Yeah.
It was cool.
And we selected the easiest version.
Mm-hmm.
There's 3 levels, and we selected easy.
Yeah.
And
it was not easy.
It was so hard.
Right.
It was so hard.
Yeah.
Before we started, Luna asked how many, because she's the only person in our family who's ever done an escape room.
Yeah.
So she knew to ask, how many clues do we get? Because they gave us a little radio.
Yeah.
Walkie-talkie. And you can ask the staff for clues if you're stuck. Yeah. So she knew that, and so the guy said, it's unlimited.
Yeah.
So we had unlimited clues.
Right. And we used them.
Yeah. I thought this was super fun, and I think the kids really had fun too.
Yeah, you 3 dug it. I did not.
Well, because you don't like puzzles, you don't like thinking, you don't like games.
Yeah, me no likey
But
thinky.
I thought you were a good sport regardless of that. And
I just let you guys flail away until we needed a clue.
It was so much fun trying to work together and figure it out. And
it was fun watching.
We were running back and forth through all the different rooms, and the kids were like, they impressed me. Luna especially, she figured out a couple of really obscure clues that I never would have gotten. Yeah. But anytime we needed to walkie-talkie for a clue, you were the one who did it, and I'm glad you did because I was too embarrassed, and also you were funny about it.
I was super funny.
Yeah.
So I would radio in like, I only joined the Navy to see the world, and now I'm about to die in a U-boat, so please give us another clue.
And it was funny because the guys would like giggle, and then they'd give us a clue. Yeah.
I made their day, honey.
You did.
I think his name was Jesse. And I knew this going in because this whole escape room phenomenon, I knew from the 5 years ago, 10 years ago. I was like, it's not for me because I don't like Sudoku. I don't like crossword puzzles.
You don't like any games. You don't like any board games, card games, nothing.
Yeah.
You're not playful, honey.
Well, I don't want to think. And if I have to think, I want something instant. Like I want an instant solution, answer, just I want it to be done. But to like a puzzle, to figure it out and to think and to solve, I'm not Sherlock Holmes, honey. So I've never been one. I want to do an escape room, and then when we did it, I was like, yeah, this isn't for me. So I let you guys go hog wild, and you did.
Yeah, and then we were like, honey, Clue.
Yeah.
Or Vince Clue.
Yeah. And I would radio in on the walkie-talkie, like, I only joined the Navy because of the high expectations of my dad, and he's an admiral himself, but please give me a clue because I don't want to die.
And then one time we were like, well, I'm okay with dying, but my family wants to live, so
Right.
please, we need another clue.
Right. And my other one was, I only joined the Navy because of Top Gun, and we're about to die, so give me a clue. And then he came in and said, Top Gun is Air Force. And then he went on with the clue. But I thought, wait.
Wait a minute.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Top Gun is Navy, bro.
He flies, but he flies from a watercraft carrier.
Correct.
Thingy.
Correct.
Okay.
So you guys want to do another escape room. I do not want to do another escape room.
I would love to, but listen, it has to be easy.
Right.
That was so difficult.
That was another thing. Like, we had pieces of paper with paragraphs on them.
We were
and
trying to do
charts
math. We literally had to do Morse code.
and graphs.
Oh my goodness.
Way
it was
too hard.
Yeah, really
Way
hard.
too difficult. We did bowling,
Yeah.
which is GSR has a bowling alley. And I only bring this up because I'm still in pain from this freaking bowling, dude. I'm an old man, okay? And the first 3 bowls, throws, do they call them throws?
Sure.
The first 3 frames I had, my body, like, I forgot how to bowl, and I couldn't bowl, and I was like, what is this move again? Like, the throwing of the heavy ball. And so the first 3, I scored 0. They were all gutter balls.
Every time it was your turn, Luna was like, tell him to be careful.
Right.
Tell him not to hurt himself.
Right.
Because you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I would imagine I need to stretch before bowling, but I don't want to. I don't stretch. I lift, honey.
You lift.
I'm very strong.
You don't twist. You don't stretch.
I don't stretch. I don't do warm ups. I skipped leg day, and it led to my thunder thighs being in pain.
You're
right
still
now.
sore now.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. Well, bowling is an odd movement. Like
It is.
It's unnatural.
Truly. It's like you twist.
Yeah.
You turn. You squat.
And all with this
You lunge.
10-pound ball or whatever. It's very odd.
Yeah.
But I came in second. You came in first. By 2, right? 2 or 3.
Dude.
Yeah.
2 turns in a row, I got a strike.
Yeah.
That's unheard of.
Yeah.
I suck at bowling.
I cheered for you. I praised you. I clapped, which embarrassed Luna a little. Let's be honest.
I suck at bowling. I literally, I threw it, and I don't know how it happened, but I did really well.
Yeah. And then Lennox, who we've done bumpers for
Usually.
previously.
Yeah.
But this time we didn't do bumpers, which drove him crazy.
He did really bad.
He began, he was very frustrated.
Yeah.
He was very upset. He began gesticulating to nothing in particular.
Yelling.
Yelling. And us, and we were like, sorry. Yeah, bowling, I'm in pain. It hurts. I'm an old man. The pool. Ooh, let's go get away. Like I said, I think the pool scene is what you can't get in Sacramento. So I was all about that. I was all about that life. And, well, just some thoughts. So they closed down our condo pool last summer twice because someone pooped in there. And by the way, our friend James, when we had condo BBQ, we brought it up and he was like, "Oh, I know the pooper. I know who did that." And we were like, "Oh shit!" But they closed it down twice for doo-doo, and I thought, in this giant pool in Grand Sierra Resort, hundreds, maybe thousands of people going in and out of this pool a day. There's all sorts of nonsense going on. There's tons of urine. There's tons of chlorine, obviously. But I'm sure there's an accident here or there.
It's got to be closed down frequently for the poop.
Or would they? Or would they be like, well, we caught it quickly. We caught it early. But I imagine there's all sorts of nonsense and hijinks going on in that pool, but they're not going to close it down. I decided to focus. There's good-looking people at the pool, and there was bad-looking people at the pool, but I decided to focus on the bad-looking, not so attractive. Yes.
I asked you while we were there. I said, "Do you look at people and think I'm better looking than them?"
Yeah.
And then you look at other people and you think I'm worse looking than them.
Yeah.
And you were like, "Absolutely."
Yeah. Well, the attractive people, the Instagram models or people who work out, who lift, who are thin, I look at them, but I focus on the guys who maybe could lose 80 pounds.
That's what you gotta do. You gotta
Yeah.
look at the people and be like, at least I look better than them.
Yeah.
And then you feel good about yourself.
Exactly.
I fall in the middle.
I thought just laying out and looking at the GSR hotel, which is 25-ish stories, I was like, this is something. You got the pool scene here. They got the DJ, who sucked, let's be honest. Not enough Bruno Mars, bro. But just looking at the grand edifice that is the GSR, I was like, this is cool.
Yeah.
And I dig our condo pool, like the vibe, low key, chill, mix 96 on the speakers, but also like this speed
Yeah.
of lots of things going on. I also dug it.
Yeah.
The two vibes.
Definitely.
Yeah. An umbrella. So it was sunny. It was a little cloudy actually, but there was a lot of sun going on, and they had tons of the chairs that you can lay back.
Lounge chairs all around in the sun, in the heat.
Yeah.
Nowhere was shady, by the way.
Right. Well, that's the thing. So there's tons of lounge chairs you could sit up in, you could lay down in, whatever, adjust to your pleasure. But to rent an umbrella for shade costs $40.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck?
So we said, nah.
Why don't they have those umbrellas out there? Just some people might want shade. Some people might want a second from the sun.
They're trying to squeeze every dollar out of us.
Yeah. $40.
At least you don't have to pay for towels.
Yeah.
They could charge you for towels.
That's a good point. Don't bring that up.
Okay, don't listen, GSR.
I hope they don't listen to the pod. So we went to the pool on Wednesday, and we were, aside from getting a couple glasses of wine on Tuesday, we were alcohol free. But Wednesday at the pool, you were like, I want to drink. And I was like, you know what? I want to drink too. And I thought it was perfect.
It was great.
Like, we were chilling, we were vibing. Lennox was there. And I was like, I'm glad we broke our, whatever, non-alcohol screed.
We kept it low key.
Yeah, exactly. And it was perfect. And you got the buckets.
Yeah, I got a bucket of 5 beers.
Yeah.
2 times.
Well,
So-
I didn't want to bring that up. Sorry, Alan Fisher. But they sell a beer for $7. Okay, rip off and a half. Let's be honest. But they sell you a bucket, and it's a plastic bucket that says Bud Light on it. You got Michelob Ultra, but they throw ice in there, so you don't have to hurry yourself, I guess. So it stays cool, and I thought it was perfect. I was so happy that you bought the brewskis. But the pool, I thought, was a grand old time.
Yeah, we've been to Grand Sierra Resort in Reno a couple of times. Each time my favorite part has been the pool. Mm-hmm. It's just, it feels like vacation. It feels relaxing.
Yeah.
It feels like a party.
It's unique.
I love it.
Like, Grand Sierra has an arcade, but it's nothing that you can't get in SAC. They have a movie theater, they have VR, they have axe throwing, and that's fine, but the pool, it sets itself apart. Let's talk about our number one activity, watching reality TV in our hotel room, honey. So the hotel room TV, it was maybe 30 channels, and we would cycle through them. And normally we go to the Food Network for diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Yeah.
For their 14-hour marathons of
Love
diners.
Guy Fieri.
Yeah. Spent many an hour watching Guy Fieri in a hotel room. But this time they had Chopped.
Yeah, it was a show that we're less into.
Yeah. Well, like, it's a game show about food, and like, I can't taste it. I can't smell it. I can't see it. So how am I supposed to grade a competition? But we found Below Deck, which is on Bravo.
Yes.
And we've watched Below Deck before. We checked it out. It wasn't great.
It was okay.
Yeah. But we got... they were showing Below Deck Mediterranean.
New cast, new crew,
Yeah.
new captain.
New drama! But it was excellent.
It was spellbinding.
Yeah.
All 4 of us were enraptured
Yeah.
with these people.
We watched tons of episodes. We loved it. Lennox was like, these people are stupid. These people can't do their jobs. These people are incompetent. And I was like, yeah, well, that's what makes it a great television show. And then we've continued watching Below Deck now that we're home.
We're going to watch it after we're done recording this podcast.
It's fantastic. It's trashy reality TV, which
Love
is what
it.
you want. Yeah, we are watching Below Deck Down Under.
Yeah.
We're 4 episodes in, and if you want a guilty pleasure where you yell at the TV constantly, I would say go for it. Okay, we left a day early, honey, because on day 2 it was like
We were like, what the heck are we going to do tomorrow?
Yeah.
We're out of things to do.
Yeah.
We missed the booper, aka our cat Franklin.
Yeah.
And luckily, you went through some finagling, but you were able to get a
Yeah.
refund.
Via Expedia and GSR.
Yeah.
And we left a day early. I was able to get a refund on the 3rd day. Okay, Mom. Okay. So just
Okay.
simmer down. But another day in Reno would have been another day of a couple $100 spending on food
Yeah.
and nonsense. And so we were just like, let's go home. I wanted to go home. I missed our cat. I missed our bed.
Babe,
I missed taking the shower.
a week ago, you were like, I can't wait to come home.
Yeah,
Before we'd even left.
I know.
You were like, I can't wait to go home from wherever. You are a homebody.
Yeah.
And
Well, so are you.
Honestly, we all are.
Yeah.
Me, the kids are too, but we should push them
Yeah.
to do stuff. But yeah, you and I both, like, we love being at home.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
We're fine.
And I loved coming home and showering. We started our laundry and
Yeah. Totally
just even-
unpacked.
we did nothing, and that's the bomb. I loved it. I didn't shower while we were in Reno. Neither did the kids.
The whole time Okay. I'm the only person who took a shower at our hotel. I took-
Square,
I took-
crude. Yeah.
I took 2 showers in Reno. Okay?
Really? You
Yes.
shaved once, right?
I even shaved my legs.
Okay.
No one else showered. I was like, what the heck?
Right.
But I did force the kids to brush their teeth.
Yeah.
But what did you do? Nothing?
Well, we all packed our toiletries,
Yes.
toothbrush, hair gel, Q-tips,
Floss,
in a
soap.
Ziploc bag, and I didn't open that bag.
You,
Okay?
you didn't even crack your
I
bag.
didn't crack my toiletries bag because whatever.
I kissed you.
You did, darling.
And you hadn't brushed your teeth, nothing.
Well, was it bad? I don't know.
No, it was fine.
Well, I'm on vacay, yo,
Okay.
and it's not like I'm working out a lot or I'm sweating a lot or I'm stinky. And then, well, we had tons of snacks in the room, so I'm like snacking all night and day. So brushing my teeth would
What's
be pointless.
the point? Yeah, exactly.
At one point, you told Luna to brush her teeth Tuesday night, and I was like, "We're on vacation, dude. What are you talking about?" But yeah, well, but the second I got home, I showered, I brushed my teeth. So I don't know. It's just something about being in a hotel room and like on vacay,
Yeah.
not caring. Yeah. Am I a bad person?
We're here.
Frankie lost weight. So your dad claimed to have fed Frankie.
He
And
sent-
even took pictures. Yeah.
Yeah, he sent us a photograph. He's like, here's proof I fed your cat.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that my dad fed him once, probably.
Yeah.
And Frankie's used to being fed every 3 hours
Mm.
because we overfeed him.
Yeah.
So he's a chunky boy.
Yeah.
And so he only got fed like a total of 2 times probably while we were gone.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's significantly skinnier.
Yeah. I would add on to that. He missed us. Is that possible? The emotionally unavailable Frankie Blue?
He so missed us.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was very depressed while we were gone.
Yeah.
And then when he heard my voice, when I came upstairs, he came running toward me. He wouldn't let me touch him or pet him.
Mm.
But he was like meowing and very close to me. So he
Yeah.
really missed me
Yeah.
and us.
He missed us all until
He missed us all.
Luna started making him dance to dee 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 dee, and then he was probably like, "Okay,
Yeah.
you guys can go to Reno for another 3 days."
And he slept on our bed our first night home, which he never does.
yeah,
He, once again, wouldn't touch us, wasn't near us, but he was at my feet.
yeah,
So he missed us.
yeah. We missed him.
We missed him.
That's all we could talk about.
We love
Lennox wouldn't stop. What's the booper doing now? Where is he? Is he eating okay? Is he vomiting on the carpet? The most important question. But yeah, we're home a day early, and we're all back to ignore each other in our rooms, which is where a family should be. And that's it. I would say Reno, a success. Next year, we're going to do Dillon Beach.
Yep.
And then in 2 years, we're going to do Reno, but different.
A different Reno
Atlantis.
resort. Yeah, Atlantis.
Because we've been to Peppermill. It's
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But Atlantis in 2 years or so.
Yeah. And then who knows?
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows anything? Alrighty. Well, are we done, honey?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, that's the end of the program. It's been fun, but not really. Let's all try a little harder next time. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, review, and rate, or don't. Do whatever you want. You're a grown-up. Make your own decisions. Do what's best for your family. Please be sure to use our promo code for Imperfect Foods. We don't have a promo code for Imperfect Foods. Goodbye, my podcast friends. I love you. My wife and I love you. We hope you have a good day today and tomorrow. And sure, I may have admitted to not showering nor brushing my teeth while I was in Reno, but I'm still a good person and we're still good people. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. Thank you for caring. I hope you have a wonderful day/night. Bye-bye.